All right, here we are in the Lichess 3030. We're going to open it up with d4. We play 30-minute games with 30-second increments. I think there's 11 rounds in the series. Not sure how I'm currently doing at this point in time, but hopefully not too bad. Okay, opponent plays e6, a little bit of a passive move. We're going to go for a bit of a London opening here and see what our opponent has in store for us. Very, very interesting. So we have f4 on the board. Okay. Well, in that case, we're going to do something a little bit different than what we had anticipated. Waste a bit of a tempo here, but I think we will chop off this knight, especially if we see our opponent play bishop to e7 here. Very interesting move order. Gotta say, I wasn't expecting to play into a Dutch at this point in time, but yeah, opponents have been playing it a good amount recently. I used to play the Dutch myself. However, I gave it up as I found the positions I would get as black just weren't that great. So I found that it was better just to look at maybe reverse Londons, of course, things like I think Tarrasch and opening similar to that. A little bit more sound. So it's Saturday morning. We're going to develop the knight c3, and then depending what our opponent plays, we're going to just push e4 straight away. Definitely wasn't prepared for that opening, but it's all good. That's the beauty of the game. Definitely need this coffee this morning. So with e4, we're obviously looking to disrupt black's center, capture back with the knight. We'll see if our opponent just fianchettos. If he does, we might look at just pushing d5. Takes. We'll have the knight protecting. Okay, so opponent obviously threatening to take this off just so we can put some defense here. Now, we could take with the pawn. We might actually consider doing that. However, we can also get our queen off the starting square here. And so maybe we'll just go ahead and do that. Might consider bringing the rook over here just to add some additional defense down the d file, especially if we consider pushing when we get the fianchetto. If our opponent takes, we'll gladly take back with the e-pawn. Okay, potentially looking to set up e5, which I would welcome, as I would definitely just push d5 at that point in time. Let's see what his bishop's going to do here. If bishop out, then we get to play e4. Could always go here pinning. Bring knight over. So then push takes. However, our opponent may just push, which may or may not be a problem. So I think we might just look at playing e6. If takes. Bring the rook over. Not sure if our opponent's going to go queenside here. I think what we might do is just push our pawns and see what our opponent has in store. A bit of a wasted tempo potentially, but I'm curious to see if they're gonna just lash out. Any pawn move is likely gonna shut down his bishop here, so then maybe what we'll do right now is close that down. We'll just pre-capture in case. Opponent may just push. Still gonna try and play e4, but we might have to defend this c3 pawn here. We could also look to just develop the knight in here and see if we can... Okay, now what if we play e4? Or do we play... So, take. Yeah, queen over, so not ideal. Would like to make this work somehow. Take. That's okay. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, so if we develop the bishop, have to worry about pawn coming down. Knight doesn't have many good squares, but we could do this, and then I'm kind of considering taking, getting a tempo on the queen. Okay, so what if we take? Could go knight takes, I guess. Okay, we'll gather tempo on the queen here. Now we'll see what the queen does. Obviously there's some tactics that can exist, so I'll have to be on the lookout for those. Probably need to slow down and think a little bit more in these games. Now if we go here, take with check, take. So if we take, knight comes in. I mean, I don't really see what it's doing in there. So if we just move the queen, and then he would take, bishop out. Well, it's a little bit boring. I think we might just protect this pawn. Takes. So it takes. Maybe takes or takes. Knight takes. So we can protect this. Comes down to attack. Move up. Or we just give up the pawn. But I think we'll do this. Burying a knight in our territory could be dangerous. Now if knight comes in, we'll just snack on a pawn. He'll take a pawn. We'll probably castle. So we can develop the knight in, push, take. If they develop back here, we're likely going to just take, and potentially we can't bring the knight in, but we'll be able to attack this pawn. It doesn't look too bad. Now if we do this, we would be giving up this pawn, but then we would take this. Now if that, take, yeah, not great. Now do we take with the rook? Okay, if we take with the pawn, we have this nice structure. Okay, if we take with the rook, a little bit of an unorthodox plan. So if takes, takes, push a pawn, can't. So it takes, knight in, whoop, slide over here, attack a pawn on a6. Okay, what if I just drop back? So drop back, here, here. We really need to improve this knight. Okay, good move. Take. Okay, take. Okay, so if we take this, can't take that, so he has to take with the pawn. Let's just do this.